Captain Marty, if you could just start us off with date, time, setting of the incident, what you guys were doing when the call came out, and set the stage for us, and then move us into the call and how things developed.
Starting from the top, it was April 19th. It was later in the afternoon. We were getting ready to make dinner. I don't remember the exact time. We got a call for check smoke in the area. And that was April. So we'd already, the previous couple tours, we ran several brush fires. So passerby on Grand Avenue had called in to check smoke. So engine 304 is 4-man staffing, and we co-man a tanker and a brush truck because we do rural interface. So when the call came out, we took all 3 vehicles just in case it was a brush fire. So I had my 4-man crew spread out across the three different, me and the engineer, driver operator, were in the engine, and my 2 firefighters, one was in the brush truck and the other one was responding to the tender. The incident is on Grand Avenue, and Grand Avenue runs to the northwest, and we were going in northwest direction along Grand Avenue, at 60 miles an hour. That's the rate of speed there. And we coming up to Deer Valley, because that's where the incident had kicked out by the driver. That's the last known location that we had. Going up to Deer Valley, the intersection of Deer Valley and Grand Avenue, we drove past the facility and saw that's where the smoke was coming from. And it was, kind of low-hanging, whitish brown smoke. Yeah, could be a brush fire. And I seen a contractor's van out front, and that's another common cause. It was all kind of adding up to that's probably contractor working on a fence, welding on something, started a brush fire. We churned back again we went on Deer Valley, and then there's an access road to get back to that facility, and that runs east to west. And so we drove back westward towards that facility and up in front of it. By the time we parked right in front of that facility, at that point you realize, this smoke's coming from the building, and there was a couple switching cabinets in front of the facility that smoke was just pouring out of as well. Smoke was coming out of everything on that building when we first pulled up, and the contractor, he came walking up to my door. He's kind of excited, and he said, "Hey, I don't have my keys to the gate. I need you to cut the gate." Well, he just keeps, I need you to come over here and cut this gate. Well, I don't know who you are. You don't have APS on anything. So he explains to me he's the contractor of the facility, that he's got that he has a inverter warning, or that an inverter's overheating and it's activated the suppression system, and that he needs to get in there to reset the system or do something, that's what's going on. It's not on fire. We suit out, and now I tell my crew, "Hey, pull a hand line and bring me some irons." And I walk over and we cut the gate. Me and the engineer cut the gate, throw it open. I tell the contractor that he's not coming into the facility, that he stays out. And before I go in, I say, "Hey, what's in this facility?" And he says it's lithium-ion batteries storage. I know that, that's one of those things that's kind of rattling in your brain, or in my brain, going, there's something really important about that. What was it? And so real quick, when my crew's pulling stuff, I do a 360 just to kind of see there's these chillers on the outside. Is there something that can explain what I'm seeing? There's no life hazard. There's no real risk of it extending if it is on fire to anything else. So we're not moving real fast, but I want to solve the customer's problem. But I also need to see something that can explain what I'm seeing. So I do a quick 360. It's not a big building, so it took maybe 30 seconds. Couldn't see any real information that would suggest that maybe one of the, like a blower motor or something burned out. Got back to the door. My crew met me at the door. They had the hand line and irons, and by then we're not going in this building. And it wasn't super clear, but I was remembering, hydrogen, cyanide, hydrogen fluoride, these can be in this. So I told the crew, we're going to back out and I wanted to create a 300-foot perimeter for unknown. Went back out to the access road and told my crew we have to move these vehicles and to move the engine down the road and pull the second hand line off and get me connect for an extended plate. We had 2 cross lays of 200 foot each. That would give me 400 feet. I could get outside my perimeter of the engine. By then, there was a couple police officers on scene, and I asked them to block the access road where the access road ran. There was the intersection at each end of it to deny entry at that point. And then told the contractor that we're not going in that building and that I was going to get some hazmat guys out here to kind of verify. At this point, I'm still like, hey, you might be right. It might just be an over, and that just could be the Freon system, because that's what he told me. It's the Freon system activated, and that's what you're seeing coming out. And I said, okay. But there could be something else, and I don't have anything here to determine that. So at that time, I called alarm and asked them to, give me the battalion chief, because he's going to want to know about this. So I asked for battalion chief and hazmat truck, thinking I'd get our company, and at that point maybe get some guys there, some meters, and see if we can figure out what's going on. They were on a medical call, so that's why we received Peoria, Peoria's hazmat team. But that's what we did. We set up a 300-foot perimeter. That was my goal at that time. Got the extended lay 400-foot extended lay for 1 3/4 just to have a protection line on the ground, and got outside of that perimeter and waited for the battalion chief.